Hi, hello, my name is Aqil bin Zainuri 262705. I will present to you about contingency theory. This theory assumes that leadership is a process in which a leader's ability to exert influence depends on the group task, situation, and the levels of his leadership style, personality, and approach appropriate to his group. According to Fiedler and Chimers, contingency theory is a meaningful leader. It brings the meaning that leaders suitability theory that seeks to fit the leaders to the right situation. This theory states that the effectiveness of a leader depends on how appropriate the style of a leader is with the surrounding situation. Such effective leadership depends on the suitability of the leader's style with the right background. So I'm choosing towards a contingency theory of decision making article, which is they said that there is no single best way to teach, to do research, or to make a decision. However, some approaches are more effective than others. They also said that the best approach is the one that fits the circumstance. What are the contingencies for selecting an appropriate decision strategy? That's the question in this article. In this analysis, grapple with the question of matching decision strategies to situation. First, they briefly describe 6 contemporary decision-making models. Then they examine the strength and the weakness of each as they compare them. Finally, they turned to the question of matching the appropriate decision technique with different situations and conclude them with a series of 10 propositions that provide tentative answers. Alright, we are moving to the SWOT analysis, which is strength. They have a very clear explanation about the contingency theory and how important this theory in order to make a decision with giving a solid comparison between various theories such as classical, administrative, and so on. Also, this theory is very good in order to overcome problems and solve the problems by using a leader's intelligence and situation, because the approach is adaptive in nature and the managers can consider the entire factors, analyze situation truly, and then take the appropriate decision. Moving on to weakness, in this article, there is no empirical analysis which can be a solid proof to the question, because a number or data describe and tell a very strong explanation and believable. I'll say this theory have a weakness because sometimes wastage of resource, time, and money. Managers also may not be able to dig deeper into the situation and they might take superficial decision. Opportunities. This theory is based on a task-oriented and problem-solving approach which states that solving problems should be the main focus of the different tasks of leaders. To be an effective leader, a person is not required to have leadership qualities by birth, and anyone having the appropriate problems solving ability can be a leader. That means everyone can be a leader. Fritz, there is no testing method to validate the authentically of the strategic contingencies model, and the effect of the stress factor is not considered in a leader's problem solving skills. The role model or the leader that I can choose is Dr. Nur Hisham, which is famous role that we can see. As we can see that the Dr. Nur Hisham also used this kind of theory. Nowadays, we can see a real case study of the COVID-19 hit us in 2019. Dr. Nur Hisham has used contingency theory in his leadership to solve many problems, various problems caused by the COVID-19 by making decisions according to the appropriate circumstance and according to the interests of each group, such as PKP in certain areas and so on. So that's all from me. Thank you.